morning, Blue family. Let's get a beat so we can say hello. We like Eleanor, there's no doubt about it. We like Victoria, there's no doubt about it. We like Stella, there's no doubt about it. We are all good friends. We like Jake and there's no doubt about it. We like Jacob, there's no doubt about it. We like Gianna, there's no doubt about it. We are all good friends. We like Ford and there's no doubt about it. We like Annie, there's no doubt about it. We like Daniel, there's no doubt about it. We are all good friends. We like Elena, there's no doubt about it. We like Brody, there's no doubt about it. We like Brendan, there's no doubt about it. We are all good friends. We like Austin, there's no doubt about it. We like Miss Alexa, there's no doubt about it. We like Miss Micah, there's no doubt about it. We are all good friends. Blue family, we're going to do a science project today, and we're going to watch it all week to see what happens. I've got this cupcake tin right here and my tray, and we're going to walk around the patio and find something to put in each of these cups to see how they absorb water differently. So let's go find some things to put in the cups together. Follow me, Miss Alexa. Let's see what we can find on the ground over here. Oh, Miss Alexa, what's that?
That looks like a button.
Yeah, that's not from nature, but that's a button that might have come off my coat or something. Let's pop that in anyways. See what happens. And right here, I also see some green leaves. Put some green leaves in there. Oh, I see something else right here, Miss Alexa.
A stick.
A stick. We'll put a stick in there. Have to break it to get it to fit. All right, let's keep walking and see what else we can find on the ground to put in our tub. Miss Alexa, look there's something looking at me. What's that?
An eye.
It's an eyeball. It must have fallen off somebody's artwork. We'll pop that eyeball in here. See what happens. Oh, I see something green over here we could use. Here's some grass. Let's put a little grass in there. Some grass. And let's go over here and see if we can find a small pine cone. I think we have some pine cones over here in the tub. Or some pieces of pine cones. Let's see. Oh, how about that one?
That's a good one.
That'll fit in there. Put the pine cone in. And look what's right next door. Some bark. Let's take some tree bark and put it in there too. Just need a little chunk there. I feel like we need a rock, Miss Alexa. What do you think? A rock?
I agree.
Let's find a rock to put in here. A rock, a rock, a rock. That's a leaf. Oh, there it is. There's a rock, Miss Alexa. Let's get a rock in here.
That's a good one.
I need one more thing. Oh no, look what I found on our playground.
Uh-oh, is that
Some
a piece
trash.
of trash?
It is. I wish our park ranger was here today to take care of it. I'm going to go ahead and put that piece of paper in our tray. Let's go down and pour some water on it next. All right, so now I'm going to take some water and I'm going to pour water on the stick, on the button. Whoa. On the leaves, on the eyeball, on the piece of paper. Ooh, it's already puffing up, Miss Alexa. Look, it's changing right now before our very eyes. That one's immediate. Now on the bark. The bark's floating.
Ooh.
And the rock. And the pine cone. I hope I can grow a tree in here maybe. And the pine cone. So it's all got water on it. A little bit more in the grass. There we go. It's all got water on it. And I'm wondering, what do you think will happen with each of these different items when we come back and look later? I wonder. Hi, Blue Family. We're going to do a little project today. This is something that you could make at home and that the kids really like to play with at school. What you need is an old oatmeal container or something that's similar to this, so that you can put a piece of paper on the outside if you want to decorate it. You could even draw on it if you wanted to. Just put your paper around the outside, put a little tape on it to get it to stick, and then you end up with this. Now you're going to take the lid off and you're going to cut a hole in it. And I cut a big enough hole so you can fit lots of different things through here. The first thing that you could put in here are some playing cards. And for younger children, they just like the activity of putting the card in the slot. And then when they get it all filled, they can take the lid off and start over again. If you want to take it to another level, you can take your playing cards and you can mix them all up, and then you can maybe put all the black cards inside. And now you're sorting. Red goes here, black goes here. And that's turned into a sorting game. You could also take your cards and give an instruction like put the number 4 in there. So you find all the number 4s and put them in there for number recognition. If you don't want to use this and you want to use the cards by themselves, you could sort by color. You could put them in order of what number they are, from biggest to smallest. 10, 9. Now what number are we looking for, Miss Alexa?
8.
8, 7. And I'm not meaning to do this, but I'm also at the same time making a pattern that says black, red, black, red. So you could also use your cards for patterning. So you can use your playing cards in lots of different ways for number recognition, patterning, lining things up biggest to smallest, or just putting the card in the slot is also fun. Another thing that you can use your new container for is you can put lids in it, recycled lids. And on those lids, you can put letters and put all the letters out on the table and then give an instruction like put in the letter K. You find the letter K and you pop it in. You could put different things on here besides letters. You could also use numbers and use them in the same way that you use the cards. An activity to do at home to improve your math skills. Family, let's check on our seed up in the window and see how it's growing. The paper towel is still a little bit wet. Oh, look, the roots are coming out the end, Miss Alexa.
Oh, cool.
Open it up gently. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Look,
It's growing.
they're so cute. I think we'll let it go just a little bit longer, okay?
Okay.
I'll put this back up on the wall very gently. Give it a little bit more time in this bag. And we'll see if it grows a little bit taller. Check on our seedlings in the garden box. Doesn't look like the squirrel's been here, Miss Alexa. It looks pretty good in here. Put this up. And I'm going to get some water because it's been very hot out here. So let's give our radishes a drink. Look how tall they're getting.
Wow.
Yeah, they like it out here. And the lettuce in the middle, we're still waiting for. Lettuce is taking a little bit longer, Tammy Lou. Hang in there. Get a little bit more water to water our peas. I noticed the peas today have some little tiny shoots coming off. So the peas are definitely getting bigger. There's another shoot right there. All right, Miss Alexa, we'll check on this again next time. Today's story is called The Runaway Dinner. Oh my, there goes that hot dog. Now here's a story for you, full of such fun and exciting stuff, you will surely love it. And the best part is, it's all true. The Runaway Dinner. Oh no. There once was a boy Banjo, his name was. Yes, Banjo Cannon. Looks like he has a cat. Well, he was a little boy. This boy lived in a house, slept in a bed, wore all the usual sorts of clothes, socks and scarves and such, loved his cat named Mildred, and his mom and dad named Mr. and Mrs. every day, summer or winter, rain or shine, had sausage for his dinner. On his own little plate with his own little knife and fork and salt shaker and ketchup, at his own little table with his own little chair. Yes, a sausage for his dinner. Now here's the exciting part, the unbelievable part, though it's all true. One sunny summer's day, just as Banjo, with his knife in one hand and his fork in the other, was leaning forward and smiling happily at the thought of eating his dinner, the sausage, Melvin his name was, jumped right up off the plate and ran away. Well then, of course, as you might expect, the fork ran after the sausage, and the knife ran after the fork. The plate ran after the knife, and the little table and the little chair ran after the plate, and Banjo, that hungry little boy, ran after all of them. The cat is astonished. Actually, if you want the whole truth, he ran after a few others as well. You see, Banjo did not only have a sausage on his plate. That would be silly, wouldn't it? Just a sausage, one measly little sausage for a hungry boy's dinner. No, Banjo also had 3 fat peas, 4 baby carrots, and a handful of fries. Yes, and the thing is, of course, they were all on the plate as well, and when Melvin ran off, they, as you might expect, followed him. The peas, as it happened, were all boys, Peter, Percival, and Paul. And the carrots, all girls, Caroline, Clara, Camilla, and Christabel. As for the fries, well, there really were too many to name all of them. Though being French, of course, they had names like Francois, Fifi, and so forth. So that's it, the absolute truth, the complete picture, see? Here they are, the whole lot of them, not forgetting Mildred the cat and Mr. and Mrs. and Bruce, the next-door neighbor's dog. Nearly did forget him, though he was chasing Mildred, actually, all racing down the road. Well, the first thing that happened was the carrots, all 4 of them, escaped by hiding in a paper bag. Bruce chased Mildred up a tree, and a pigeon ate Percival. Melvin, meanwhile, was running strongly on his 2 little legs. He came to a crosswalk, waited for the walk light, crossed the road, and ran into the park. The next thing that happened was Mr. and Mrs. brought 3 ice creams, and a couple of the French fries escaped by sailing away in a toy boat. Au revoir, bon voyage, hurrah! And a duck ate Paul. Banjo, meanwhile, was running strongly on his 2 little legs, and the chair and the table were both running strongly on their 4 little legs. Actually, that's not entirely true. The little chair in particular was quite out of breath. He had to stop and rest for a while. Only then an old lady came along and sat on him. She was out of breath too. So then, of course, the little chair was stuck there for a time. Melvin, meanwhile, was still racing away with the knife and fork close behind, and the little plate, and Mr. and Mrs., and so forth. Presently, a picnicking family spotted the fork and the knife, too, and grabbed them. At the same time, a boiled egg named Billy saw what was going on, and in the confusion ran off himself. A couple of little girls who were skipping on the grass spotted the plate and grabbed her. She was a girl plate. Saska was her name, and started using her as a frisbee, which, as it turned out, the little plate much enjoyed. Well now, there was a pond in the park. That's where the toy boat was sailing, and Melvin ran around it. And there was a baseball field, and Melvin ran around that. The rest of the French fries stopped here and sat down to watch the baseball game, actually, and nobody noticed them. By this time, the sunny summer's day was coming to an end, and almost everybody was out of breath. Melvin, that sturdy little sausage, slowed to a stroll, to a dawdle, and finally stopped altogether. Whereupon along came Banjo, that hungry little boy, and oh dear, ate him. Well, nearly. He would have done that, he really would. Only just then along came his hot and bothered poor old mom. "No, no," she cried. "Don't eat that," meaning Melvin. "Don't eat that. It's been on the ground." The next thing that happened was Melvin seized his chance, ran off again, and hid in the long grass where, as it turned out, at that very moment, the baseball named Marlin was also hiding. Meanwhile, the athletic little table, urged on by the salt shaker and ketchup, was still racing along. His style was much admired by a number of park benches. On the other hand, Peter, the last of the peas, remember him, had well and truly disappeared. It was a mystery. He had to be there somewhere. Yes, take a look if you like. See if you can spot him. It was a sunny summer's evening. Home went Banjo, carried high on the shoulders of his poor old dad and his poor old mom. Bruce, the next-door neighbor's dog, went home too, and down the tree came Mildred. The pea's up here in the tree. So there we are. That's the story. Full of such fun, don't you agree? And exciting stuff, yes. Of course, poor little Banjo is still hungry. Hungrier than ever, in fact. Luckily, help is at hand. You see, every day or evening, rain or shine, summer or winter, after his dinner, Banjo has a plum pie for his dessert in his own little bowl with his own little spoon and his own little pitcher of cream. Yes, a plum pie named Joyce on this particular occasion for his dessert. So that's all, right? Isn't it? The end. It's time to sing our goodbye song. Let's get a beat so we can say goodbye. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Eleanor. Goodbye, Victoria. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Stella. Goodbye, Jake. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Jacob. Goodbye, Gianna. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Ford. Goodbye, Amy. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Elena. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Brody. Goodbye, Brendan. Hey, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, Austin. Goodbye, teachers. Hey, 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 goodbye.